Morning and welcome to day 8 of my Veganuary experience. I'm going to keep this video short for the main reason. I'm sure you might be a bit sick and tired of listening to my voice as it is at the moment, but also I've come down with a bit of a cold. I'm sure it's not linked to becoming a vegan since the beginning of January. I think I've just worn myself out before Christmas. After Christmas I've had quite a lot on at home. Started a new job on Monday, and I've also, I think, been in around lots of people who've got cold, so hey, I picked one up. So my voice is very croaky, so we'll keep it short. So I'm going to talk about something that I think is quite interesting actually, and it's things that we refer to as foods that are accidentally vegan. Now, actually, they probably fall into one or two groups. So those are actually foods that genuinely just happen to be vegan. Nobody's done anything specific for them to make them vegan. They just are vegan. And then there's other foods which there appears to be vegan versions of them, depending on which supermarket you go to. So take the first category. So one of the things that we've delightfully discovered is that some biscuits are accidentally vegan, in particular party rings. So I shall buy some party rings and then I'll show you what they look like in case you've never seen them before, but I'm sure you all know what party rings do and look like. So I guess the only issue with them is they do have a lot of sugar on them, but probably most biscuits have quite a bit of sugar on them anyway, so I don't know if they're any worse or better than any others. We all enjoy a treat, everything in moderation, as I say, so that's a good thing. And then things that are accidentally vegan, I do wonder if people have actually tried to make them away, are actually snacks in particular. So I work from home. I'd say I'm known to be a bit of a snacker. I do try my best to have fresh fruit, so especially peelable fruit, bananas, tangerines, stuff like that. So yeah, do try and have that, especially as we get a lot of fresh fruit and veg each week. As I say, we get a lot of it half price. So for example, I've got a load of bananas at the moment I'm working my way through. Bananas, there always seems to be loads of those each week being sold off half price, so they may be just starting to go at one tip, but hey, that's fine, we can live with that. And we know bananas good for you. I think they're a good source of potassium, which is important, and for me, more importantly, they're slow release energy. So if I snack on bananas, it's going throughout the day, so I try not to want too many other things. But hey, everybody in the best of the world might get sick of bananas once in a while, so a few other things are onion rings. So these are the co-op version of onion rings. Now these are definitely vegan, and it does actually say so down at the bottom. The Tesco versions of these I don't think actually are, and I think it's because they use some sort of milk product as a binding agent somewhere. So you do just have to be careful as to which supermarket you get them from. Now the other thing I mentioned earlier on in a previous vlog that we're quite keen on the co-op for all sorts of reasons, but actually they've come up with these things which are spicy barbecue lentil ridges, and these are really nice. And obviously the word barbecue can be a bit worrying. You think, oh well, that's going to be, you know, some sort of beef extract or something like that, I don't know, but actually these are they've got the old V symbol down the bottom there, so both vegetarians and vegans, don't contain any meat products, milk products or anything like that, and those are really nice, quite funky shape and things like that, so good little snack. So definitely keen on them. I've not seen whether Tesco's do something similar. I am going to start to have a look at the supermarkets, because obviously quite a few of the supermarkets are doing bits and pieces for Veganuary, so I'll see what options there are there. But to be perfectly honest, it's not been that hard to try and find nice things to eat that everybody enjoys that are vegan. It's actually proving to be less of a problem. Years ago, my wife went vegetarian, and it's probably 20 years ago, something like that, maybe even longer. And she had a real challenge. Vegetarianism was really not that widespread, and certainly supermarkets hadn't switched on to it at all. Infamously, we on our honeymoon went round Europe, and we did stay at a hotel in the middle of Germany. It was a hotel where Germans stayed at, so it's where where they went on holiday. The only other person in the hotel that could speak English was the daughter of the family who ran the place, and trying to explain vegetarianism to them was a significant challenge. But bless their cotton socks, they did work really hard at making my wife welcome and actually cooked specific dishes for her, which were obviously meat free. So that was really good of them. But certainly it was a lot harder then. So I actually think it's a lot easier these days in terms of buying bits and pieces, ready meals, snacks, etc., biscuits. The other things I'm a bit of a fan of is I do like pot noodles, and whilst I'm not entirely sure pot noodles themselves are vegan, I think they're probably not, you can get Chinese type noodle pots that don't contain any meat at all. So if you're just looking for a quick thing for lunch and all you've got to hand is a kettle, then there are vegan options out there, I'm absolutely sure. So, but I'm going to be looking into that a little bit more once my work life settles down a bit. It's been a bit busy the last couple of days, but hopefully it'll start to settle down so I can get into a bit more. So that was really the whole point of today's vlog. Is it's actually, there's plenty of choice out there. We're not into oh my goodness me, there's lots of things you can't eat and enjoy, and veganism's a real pain and things like that. So I'm certainly not finding that experience. As I say, I've been exposed to it already to a certain extent because my wife's vegan, as I've already mentioned. So I was already aware that there are options out there. It's just going to be good to try and discover some of them for myself. I have a bit of a sweet tooth as well, so I'm going to start looking at vegan sweets. I know there's vegan chocolate. My wife's parents bought her some for Christmas, which was very kind of them. They obviously went to a lot of trouble to find that. So we all enjoy these things. So you don't have to give them up just because you've become a vegan. Obviously, there are other issues around amount of sugar and stuff like that I quite understand you need to bear in mind as well. But if you're just looking for a nice, enjoyable snack, like anybody would, then there's no reason why you can't do that just because you're a vegan. Okay, I hope you find that useful, and I shall see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Cheers, bye.